lock in on the latest developments shaping the tech landscape on Tech News on Fire.
The federal government has reaffirmed Galaxy Backbone as its official ICT provider, highlighting ongoing investment in the national ICT infrastructure for ministries, departments and agencies. As part of Nigeria's Digital Public Infrastructure Initiative, Galaxy Backbone will offer ICT services including IP network solutions and data center hosting, with a focus on data sovereignty through a secure, centralized e-government platform. In a move pushing the boundaries of science and ethics, Guangzhou-based Kaiwa Technology is developing the world's first humanoid robot capable of carrying a pregnancy using an artificial womb. Unveiled at the 2025 World Robot Conference in Beijing, the robot is designed to mimic human gestation using synthetic amniotic fluid and a nutrient delivery hose. A prototype is expected by 2026, priced at around $13,900. The project has sparked global debate on the legal and ethical implications of robot-assisted reproduction, with experts noting it could reshape ideas around parenthood and societal norms. NVIDIA is set to debut its first humanoid robot, built in partnership with Foxconn, this November. The announcement marks NVIDIA's formal entry into what CEO Jensen Huang calls physical AI, manufactured in the US for industrial use. The robot will leverage advanced large language models to perform complex tasks. Wang believes physical AI could transform industries and daily life. In Beijing, the first ever World Humanoid Robot Games drew 280 teams from 16 countries. Robots from companies like Unitree and Booster competed in events ranging from soccer and track races to dance battles and martial art. Guotong from Team F-Stars even predicted robots could rival sports stars like Cristiano Ronaldo by 2050. Chinese Olympic boxer Li Yang says robots are easier to coach. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman has publicly admitted the failure of GPT-5 following user backlash over its coder personality, which led to the reinstatement of GPT-4. Altman admitted some things were not in place on the rollout. In our plans to invest trillions in data centers to support ChatGPT's rapid growth, now the 5th most visited site in the world, but he warned more hardware is urgently needed as future AI models become harder to deploy.
Welcome back. Now, let's take a tour of Computer Village. This vibrant marketplace is more than just a place to buy and sell gadgets. It's a melting pot of creativity and tech-savvy entrepreneurs. Join us as we uncover the stories and innovations that make Computer Village the beating heart of Nigeria's digital future. Enjoy the trip.
In the heart of Lagos beats Nigeria's technological pulse. Welcome to Computer Village. This isn't merely a marketplace. It is a dynamic ecosystem pumping 300 billion naira yearly into the nation's economic bloodstream.
Home to more than 3,000 small and medium enterprises, Computer Village is where innovation meets commerce. From phone repairs to software development and even to sales of gadgets. This is a trove of technology. And according to a report, on a daily basis, more than 1.5 billion naira is being generated here every day. But now we need to go see someone that knows the inner workings of this place. So we'll take us around Computer Village. Let's go.
Our guide into this technological labyrinth is someone that is familiar with the inner workings of the tech village.
How are you doing, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. How's business?
Fine, very good.
Wonderful, wonderful. I just said you should come here and see the economic importance of the computer village. Good to see you. For people at home, can you quickly tell us who you are and how long have you been here?
My name is Dr. Adeniyi Ojikutu, and I happen to be here for 23 years plus. And the good thing about it is that from University of Lagos to another University of Life, which is Computer Village. So, and this is where things happen. So, and this is a hub that has actually, created a lot of, 6 digits, wealthy people, even 9 digits, according to, the process. You learn under someone, either technical entrepreneurship, or you learn entrepreneurship itself, which is just the art of buying and selling, or you learn skill development, which is learning how to solve technical solutions on gadget, multimedia equipment, mobile phones, and what have you.
They do software here also.
They learn software here as well. They learn soft and hard. So the soft, jailbreaking, recovering data that have been lost and all that. Those are the software angles that people have very good strength about. Art in computer village. And I tell you, this is a zone that solutions are provided. When people have their gadgets on the wall, and probably they tell them it's unrepairable elsewhere. Do you know what they do? They say, when I go to Nigeria, I'll take it to computer village. And across Western Africa and beyond, people come around to get solutions. So this is not just a technology hub, but the largest technology hub in terms of sales and buying and selling polos. But this is a solution hub as well. So that makes Computer Village what it is, and that makes it
wonderful.
The rhythm of commerce pauses as the call to prayer echoes through the village. All paths now lead to the mosque. As prayers conclude, the digital pulse quickens once more. As a vital contributor to Nigeria's economy, Computer Village not only supports local businesses but also creates jobs and fosters entrepreneurship. Here, young visionaries forge Nigeria's digital destiny. Their innovation sparks a transformation that reaches far beyond these streets, illuminating a path to global recognition. Computer Village embodies Nigeria's entrepreneurial spirit, where determination meets opportunity, where today's hustle builds tomorrow's legacy. This is more than a market. It is a testament to Nigerian ingenuity, worthy of global attention and investment.
Computer Village is an ICT market that has actually helped a lot of people that has lost hope. Some left university, they didn't know where to go, and this market has provided a learning environment either on trade and business that is called entrepreneurship, or on technological solution provision. So now that's where you see people call a lot of people engineers, though they are not welcome for the fact that they were not trained as a proper engineers, but they were trained as a solution providers,
and they do well.
After they have learned under someone, they too, they become, in our local parlance, engineers, phone engineers, and they begin to provide solutions, and they too bring some people on board and teach them how to provide these solutions. And before you know it, from one generation to another generation, from something in the range of 1996, 97, by the time GSM came in the year 2000, 2001, the market blew. To that regard, Computer Village now became an hub for solution provisions, an hub for anything that you need when it comes to multimedia equipment, computers, either mobile, phones and all that. You understand? So even servers. So people now expanded in terms of software provisions. So people began to, have software productions and all that. So that is how the market has been able to expand.
So this place is underrated. That's what you're saying, because
Computer Village, you need to see the ecosystem at a time. It's 25,000 ecosystem on the average, that every point in time on a normal working day, you will see 25,000 persons. As at the research we did 2019, at every particular working time or office period, you will see 25,000 ecosystem in Computer Village.
And in my intro, I said more than 1.5 billion naira has been generated daily, and according to a report, they said almost 300 billion every month.
It's up to that.
Every year.
In fact, the research is that if you do that statistical analysis now, it will be much more than that. As at 2025.
So how much are we looking at?
The implication is that it can be less than 1.5 billion every day.
Every day.
Every day.
1.5 billion every day.
Every day. Every day. So, but we need to do more research to be able to be sure of the ecosystem. However, the market keeps expanding. The number of people that are employed keeps increasing, and people that are taken off the street. There is a program that is called From the Street to the Laboratory, From the Street to the ICT Hub. So these are people that maybe they have lost hope. They've done first degree, they've done second degree. They needed solutions. They don't know what next to do. They will come into Computer Village, begin to learn something, and before you know it, they become master of their own craft, and they become a success story.
Entrepreneurship, everything is being done in here.
Lagos has been recognized as the fastest growing tech hub in the world, boasting 5 unicorns and a soaring ecosystem valuation that defies economic challenges. As the epicenter of Africa's flourishing tech scene, Lagos, highlighted by the lively Computer Village, establishes Nigeria as a global leader in innovation.
I'm a computer engineer, and I'm a businessman in Computer Village.
Can you tell us a little bit what does Computer Village, this place, what does it mean to you?
I would say to Computer Village is if I really want to, even I'm not hyping it for just a normal thing. Computer Village is a land that has given opportunity to everyone. Even when you think less of yourself, you still make something out of Computer Village. I can tell you, Computer Village has given opportunity to somebody that are not present in any schools before his life. You will still find something to do inside technology. While inside this Computer Village, we have some people that they are into repair and they never go to school at all. So this has shown how important Computer Village is. And I bet it, if government have looked into Computer Village much better than this, they will have produced many potential people to the country. Okay, we are going to the engineering room now. So this engineering room I want to show you now. He's coming now.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So this is our engineering room. We have a category of set of people here. The first person we have here is the main engineer. We have 3 engineers here. The first engineer, we have some people that were into assembly only. We have some people they work on the panel only, and we have the last one that were apprentices. They were training under all these 2 categories. You understand? Even the last time the Lagos State Governor came here, this is where we are giving him training, and we have moved our Apple Repair Center to other room which is not inside this building.
You fix Apple, you fix your product.
Computer, yeah, wow. I mean computer. This place is just only for phone. For phone. But we have moved the computer engineering room to other place because of space. because computer takes more space and the engineer there they were much.
Okay, let's go through. What does this man do?
He's apprentice. He's under training. So at easy like that, he has been like 3-4 months. I can tell you, if you bring any broken screen or battery replace or charging port or anything, he can replace it for you.
How old are you now? You are 18. So you are already 18 years old, but you have something that you can do with your life already. So before, what were you doing before? What were you doing before you came to this place? Nothing. So you are happy you are here? Yes. So Computer Village has done something in your life. That's it?
Yes, sir.
So what do you do basically? You fix phones?
Yes, I fixed phones.
Fix phones. Are you the youngest here?
No.
Who is the youngest here? How old are you? 18. 18. You just became 18. So it's some months older than you. How old are you, sir?
20, sir.
20, but you look younger.
It says floor. This says floor.
So what do you sell, baby?
We sell Apple products. We sell Apple products. We sell Apple products. So in this computer video, we have segment that something moves faster and we have something that moves slower. Our products that move faster is a phone.
The state government is thinking of relocating you. Is that the solution you want, or what do you want the federal government or the state government to do for you to achieve the what you really want to achieve?
This market is very okay the way it is because it has expanded. So the best advice that we'll give, is that government should understand that any movement that is to be done, if not coordinated, they will kill the vibes. Other states are opening their eyes to take advantage of the unison, of the togetherness of this technology. Nobody go and look at Bangalore in India, go and look at Silicon Valley. They make sure that they grow consistently. So this place has grown generically, and the best we can do is to make sure that we don't let it break out. If anybody is not very rational, if you break it out, then you break the market, then the economy of scale and the hub advantage, which is for people to be together, and the size, economy of size will be eroded.
So, but what do you need? What do you need? What should be done?
What should be done is for better inclusion and government to, bring people to the table, let's advise on better steps to be taken to be able to make Computer Village compete with its peers even in developed climes.
This extraordinary milestone showcases the limitless potential of Nigerian creativity, inviting the world to engage with and invest in the unfolding digital revolution in the nation. Nation.
Welcome back from that intriguing journey through the Computer Village. After the break, stay tuned for essential tech tips on the dangers of buying used phones and computers. That's on TechWise. There is no doubt that buying used phones and computers can lead to significant savings, but it also comes with potential risks such as stolen goods, scams, and security vulnerabilities. Security reports indicate that many devices in the secondary market are often stolen or lost, frequently resold within 48 hours. Investigations reveal that these stolen devices can resurface, putting unsuspecting buyers at risk. Media reports have shown that those who buy cheap used devices may find their phones or computers blacklisted or connected to theft investigations. Previous owners' personal data might still be on the devices, posing risk to sensitive information and leading to possible legal issues. Additional concerns include acquiring blocked devices, inheriting malware, and facing legal troubles if the device is linked to criminal activities. If you have to buy a used computer or phone and also want to avoid stories that touch? Buy from reputable sellers or certified refurbishers that offer returns and warranties. Ask for original receipts or proof of purchase along with seller identification. Verify the IMEI, MEID for phones or the serial number for computers to ensure they aren't reported as stolen. Check for signs of tampering and perform a factory reset while with this seller. Confirm that previous accounts are logged out and security features are disabled. Update the operating system and conduct a malware scan before adding your personal account. And most importantly, use traceable payment methods and stay clear of cash-only transactions. Be cautious. What appears to be a good deal could end up costing you more. Always verify, reset, and make informed decisions to safeguard your finances and security. Be wise. Tech wise. Now to feedback segment. Thank you for your amazing responses to our last question. Your responses mean a lot to us. Now to today's burning question. Have you ever been to Computer Village? If yes, how did you find the entrepreneurial vibe there? We want to hear your stories, whether it's a memorable purchase, a tech innovation, or an inspiring moment. Share your experiences with us via www.technifire.net or dakbo@aruwajoye.com or social media. Your feedback is invaluable and help us continue bringing you to the stories that matter. That concludes our exploration of the Computer Village, where we've explored the entrepreneurial spirit and innovation shaping Nigeria's digital future. I hope these insights help you better understand this vibrant marketplace, the drive of its entrepreneurs, and the supportive environment fostered by Lagos State government. Until next time, keep that tech flame burning. I am Dakbo Aruwajoye, the Techny Fire, signing off on Techny Fire. Bye for now.
Breaking news is not just about the headlines. It is the ripple effects of the headlines. It is the ability to connect the dots of anger, grief, pain, repression, hope, and triumph. It is staying on the story till attention is gotten and action is taken. When we say at TVC News, we are first with breaking news. It is not just a position. It is a philosophy, a principle, and a culture.
TVC News, first with breaking news.
Olishlashla Mandela was born into the Madiba clan on the 18th of July 1918. He got involved in politics in 1942 as he helped to form ANC Youth League. He was married to Evelyn Mays and they had 4 children. Mandela was arrested in a countrywide police swoop on 5th December 1956, which led to the 1956 treason trial. Before the end of the treason trial, he wrote to Prime Minister for vote to include a national convention on a non-racial constitution, and failure to adhere would result to a national strike. In August, he was arrested and charged for leaving the country without a permit and inciting workers to strike. He was convicted and sentenced to 5 years imprisonment. On 9th of October 1963, he was on trial with 10 others for sabotage in what became known as the Revolver trial. On the 11th of June 1964, Mandela and 7 other accused were convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment. He was later released from its gates on Sunday, 11th of February 1990, 9 days after the unbanning of the ANC and the PAC. Nelson Mandela never wavered in his devotion to democracy, equality and learning as he immersed himself in official talks to end white minority rule. In 1991, he was elected ANC president to replace his ailing friend, Oliver Tambo. In 1993, he and President F.W. de Klerk jointly won the Nobel Peace Prize, and on 27 April 1994, he voted for the first time in his life. On 10th May, he was inaugurated as South Africa's first democratically elected president. He, however, stepped down in 1999 after 1 term as president. Despite terrible provocation, he never answered racism with racism. His life is an inspiration to all who were oppressed and deprived, and to all who were opposed to oppression and deprivation. He died at his home in Johannesburg on 5th December 2013.
At the end of the year 2024, a reported 83.4 million people worldwide have been internally displaced, mainly forced from their homes by conflict, violence, persecution, or disaster. According to the Internal Displacement Monitoring Center, Nigeria had 3.7 million internally displaced persons, IDPs, at the end of the year 2024. These scars of unrest run deep in the northern regions of Nigeria, where insurgency has festered, affecting thousands of people, disrupting communities, and leaving entire villages deserted. In some areas of Benue State, fertile fields and once thriving communities now bear the haunting impact of violent attacks. Villages once full of life are now in ruins, with their residents displaced. During my recent visit to Yelwata village in Guma local government area of Benue State, the destruction was raw, proof of the human cost of violent convulsions. In my mind, the question raged, what does life look like for those who fled? What stories survive in the shelters of displacement? To find answers, I embarked on a visit to the internally displaced persons camps in Benue State. First on my list was Otese IDP camp, which I discovered was born out of urgent necessity 5 years ago. This location now shelters more than 13,000 individuals, each person carrying a story hedged with loss and hope. Walking through the camp, the weight of their reality is unmistakable. Men, women, and children, who are predominantly farmers and schoolers, are now confined by uncertainty and the ticking clock of survival. Many now compelled to become petty traders.
House IDP is over 5 years now.
5 years?
Yes.
Okay. What's the population?
We have a population of 13,543 individuals.
13,543.
Yes, 13,500. Yes, 13,543.
543. Okay.
And then we have 4,060 shelters.
Okay. 4,060 shelters. So these IDPs were mainly displaced people from where and where?
Displaced people from Bagboen, Niev. This is Goma local government.
Yes, I know.
They're from Bagboen, Niev, and Bawa community. Yes.
Okay.
Covering of 3 council wards.
3 council wards.
Okay. 3 council wards within the
local government.
Yes. So is there a school within the camp now for these children?
Yes, we have a school.
Where is it?
It's in front of the camp.
Okay, the UBEC,
yes, that UBEC.
under we saw.
And that's the only primary school
On the
station in this community. So the population
there is
is
no
very,
secondary school.
No, they just introduced secondary school now up to JSS2.
Do you have an idea of how many of them have enrolled?
For the secondary school?
Yeah, for the junior secondary school.
Junior secondary school, yes. We have over 1,788
Okay.
for the secondary school, just JSS1 and 2. So the population is actually way too much for the school.
For the school.
Both the primary school and the secondary school.
So there's a need, at least in the meantime, to create
More buildings.
more. Yes.
Because they are congested in the classroom.
Very good. So these are people from Guma local government mainly.
Just 3 council wards.
Just 3 council wards, and they are this big.
Yes, this is just one of the IDPs.
Yes, it illustrates boldly the extent of the problem.
Yes.
If IDPs from just 3 council wards in Guma local government area are more than 13,000, and this shelter is already filled to the brim.
Yes.
It underlines how big the problem is, the problem that we've been talking about. Because if these people have peace in their communities,
they will go back.
They will go back.
In this camp, 4,060 shelters stand as shields against the known and the unknown. Though government and non-governmental organizations provide critical aid, as more flee the violence in their communities, the strain on camps like this grows heavier.
How do they now fend for their family?
The government.
Oh, so in terms of feeding and everything, they are depending on government.
The government. And other organizations.
Yes, NGOs.
Yes, to support.
7 as a family.
As a family. And my own more than that.
Yeah.
From Otese to Daudu 2 camp, along the Makudi-Lafia highway, the story is the same. Here, it has been 16 years of refuge for families displaced from Bagu, Kachangu, and Yelwata villages. Housing 9,090 individuals, multiple families share cramped shelters. Sanitation is a daily battle, yet these people seem to prevail, despite their condition. With 116 toilets at this location, the fight against open defecation remains a real challenge as facilities become increasingly overused.
This Daudu camp, for how long has it been operational?
It's about, let's say, 16 years now.
16 years?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that means it's one of the oldest camps.
Yes, sir.
So the IDPs here, from where were they displaced?
Some displaced from other places, other council wards.
Like what?
Some places, there are some people that are displaced from Bagboen, Uchandu, Ovi, and Omafi. The number of council wards.
So it's still, the IDPs are people displaced from communities in Guma local government?
Yes, sir.
Not from outside of Guma?
Yes, sir.
What are the NGOs doing? What's the level of support that you are getting from the NGOs?
Well, the NGOs are trying. Even government also is trying.
What do they do?
They used to give us, government used to give us some things. They used to give us omo, soup, some other things. Then Sima, sometimes they used to give us food. Yes, sir.
So the IDPs are dependent on SEMA and government?
Yes, sir.
The the support coming regularly?
Yes, sir. Even today, sir, they can't give us mattress. Some few mattress. They can't give us. Yes, sir. Well, how many they carry come? 60
mattresses.
Yes, sir.
To be given by the disabled people in the
Yes, we in camp. We have this handball hole. We have here about 5. Yes, sir. One is here, has spoiled. Then about 2 here, the engine fall inside.
So, sir, the handball holes.
Yes.
Some of them need to be repaired.
Yes, sir.
Consequence of rampant killing of innocent Benue people by rampaging criminal headsmen and bandits is the fact that people are displaced from their homestead, from their communities, thereby become internally displaced persons in the numerous camps that have been created for such people across the state. Here in Daudu, 2 internally displaced persons camp in Guma local government area. The people here need the support of government. They are grateful for the level of support that the state government is giving, that NGOs are giving, that the churches are giving. But they are saying that they still need some things. They ask for more toilets to be built for them so that they don't need to practice open defecation. They need more tents so that overcrowding can be reduced within the IDP camp. They need schools.
The path forward for many young minds here is dim, as education is not progressing.
Is there any school within the IDP camp?
Yes, we have school here. Look at the school here, on the other side. We have school.
The school,
yes,
primary school?
We have primary school and secondary school.
We have primary school and secondary school?
Yes, the secondary school have starting in JSS1.
JSS1?
Yes, then stop. Never move.
So it's only JS1
yes, sir.
You have?
Yes, sir.
You don't have senior secondary?
Yes, sir.
But the primary school you have from primary 1 to 6?
Yes, sir.
So those who, the children that want to go to school, what do you now do?
It's from here. All the children are here. That if you want to go to school, it's here. They used to go to school.
Yeah, I mean those of them since
some people if they finish school, let's say they finish say in primary school,
yes.
they don't have money. They just sit.
They won't continue.
They won't continue because they don't have money to go internal school, because this one is free. They're not paying anything for this one.
They are not paying.
Yes, sir.
The school is not enough.
It's not enough. Really, it's not enough.
At Umbayongo, the largest IDP camp in Benue State, the magnitude is striking. Originally a transit camp which started with 13,617 displaced persons, resettlement and cares for greener pastures have reduced the number of those here. The reality still stretches across acres of makeshift homes.
It was meant to be a transit camp for IDPs who were moved from the 3 camps in Makodi, that's Itwa, Baka and Nepa quarters. They were moved from that camp to decongest the camps in Makodi, and also most of the lands were donated by the community. Like Baka was a market, so the community was always on the neck of the government. We want to use our market space and all of that, so they relocated them here in these dignified shelters and allocated the shelters to the 3 communities, collapsed it into one structure, which is called the mega camp.
So it's the biggest, camp. So how many IDPs do you have here?
Okay, we came here with 13,617 IDPs.
13,670. Yes, 670.
17.
So 617.
Received in the camp.
Okay.
So because of 1 or 2 things, most of them were not able to stay for long, because when the crisis was, the soccer was restored in most of the places. Most of the IDPs went back to their ancestral homes to farm.
Yeah.
So they cultivated lands, some modern bricks to rebuild their houses before the fresh attacks came again. So before now, most of them relocated to places like Kogi State, Benin, Kwara State, and other places to cultivate or support in farming cocoa in southern and eastern locations. While the ones that are here right now on ground are 8,560.
8,560 now.
8,560 now, yes. So most of them find their livelihood by going into the host community. Some Sometimes they go there, work for the community, and they
Come
donate
back.
a bowl of maybe cassava. You help me on the farm, I give a bowl of cassava. You help me, I give them maize to come back, or millet, or whatever they have in exchange for the labor they offer. Why some also go down to body Okada, do Okada, some also supporting rice mill, another place is just to fend for them.
So how much support does government give these IDPs here
Okay, yeah.
in terms of feeding and other things?
Yeah, government support is also there. Not that is the first thing I was supposed to mention.
Yeah.
Yes, because government is giving food through SEMA on a monthly basis to the IDPs.
Oh.
Yes, this was supposed to be on a monthly basis, though there are some times that it skips a month or something before the food gets to the IDPs. And so when the food comes, it is distributed across the camps, and everybody gets. Though it is not something they can use for or eat for a very long time, it stays for a while and then it finishes. So livelihood is one of the biggest gaps we have in the camp here.
Okay.
Because as you already know, the IDPs have been here for a very long time. Most of them have not been to their farms, and some have not farmed for a very long time.
Yeah.
So going back to the farms, that is going to be a fresh thing altogether. So the livelihood is a big gap in the sense that if they have livelihood support, like they are being trained in skill acquisition, tailoring, soap making, and all of that, and then after the training, they are given the support to start up their own small businesses. Go a long way.
Okay.
Because if you go around the camp, you see that most of the women selling on tables, small items, where some of the interventions that were given by Save the Children International or IOM that donated cash to the IDPs. So I'm using it to start small business where they sell bread, biscuits, bread oil, and some small kitchen things they use for cooking. So.
Women Without Walls Initiative. It's a non-governmental organization formed in Jos Plateau State about 15 years ago, and we've been involved in peace building and conflict resolution. So part of what we do is to reach out to the needy. It's a partner ministry that is based in the US, and they have had a burden for especially the IDPs in Nigeria. And basically we came here today, we praised the Lord in their language, we danced, and we had already shared quite a lot. This is the second set. We had shared
what are you sharing?
Soap, we had shared soap, detergent, diapers, oil, tomato paste, and so on. That's the first set that has gone. And the second set now is the food stuff. We're sharing rice and gari, about 200 bags. Of course, we can't reach everybody, but we'll do the little that we can.
Survival is a daily battle as people here grapple against trauma while holding on to persistent hope for peace. For many of the displaced people here, their story, just as that of 45-year-old Patricia, is one of narrow escape from the pangs of death.
So some of us, we escaped narrowly, that we run inside bush. Then we now came at Makodi here. When we came here, first of all, we live in Baka.
Okay.
When we live in Baka, it was IOM that brought us here.
Yeah.
This crisis is up to 8 years now.
8 years?
Yeah, up to 8 years.
8 years?
Yes.
But you didn't come into this camp 8 years ago? When
no,
did you come into
we are in the Baka.
Okay, you are in Baka?
Baka, yes.
That's an IDP camp?
Yes.
Okay. You stayed there for 8 years?
We stayed there for 8 years. Before this, our governor, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, then he now went and called ION. It was ION that brought us here.
Despite being on the move for more than 10 years, the memory of the horrors that greeted their homeland remains fresh.
The headers chased us out from our village. So I was staying in Baka along 72 bars. So we were there. There was IDP camp there. Before IOM now relocated us to here, the mega camp now.
So how many years did you stay at Baka?
I was displaced 2018. until last year that they relocated us. Last year, October, they relocated us here, October 18th.
Their recent relocation to this mega IDP camp, made possible by the administration of Governor Hyacinth Alia, has provided fresh hopes. The camp is indeed an upgrade to previous locations.
What was life like in that Baka?
There we are not comfortable like here because some of our shelters were constructed by the mosquito net and sticks. So we are not comfortable there. Whenever it is rainy season, we find it difficult to live there. We sanitize this place twice in a week, general sanitation twice every week. Okay. Come out Tuesday, Friday, every morning to clean up this place, generally the whole camp.
So what, do you have a job that you do now?
No, sir.
You are just on your own?
Yes, sir.
Before now, what were you doing before the attack?
In the village, it was farming that we farmed, yes.
Crisis between the herdsmen and the farmers.
Where?
At the Guma local government area in Benue State here.
Okay. Which community?
There is Atagasha.
Atagasha?
Yes.
Okay. They kill people?
Yes, they kill people. Come at night and they kill many people. Right now, as I'm talking to you, my community, nobody is there. Yes, right now, in my community, nobody is there. For over 10 years now.
Among the displaced is Faustina Loradi from Baka community. Her dream of becoming an accountant fizzles out with each passing day.
When we are in our villages, me I'm from Naka, from where we're still. We used to be friendly with them. Sometimes they came eating our goods when we complain. Then they start fighting with us. From there, before we were not here, it's recent they bring us here. We was in Baka. Then from there, we used to manage. This is almost 8 years, because when the thing starts, I was even not like this. I was very little before the fight started. My family used to basic farm. Then now they don't used to farm anymore, because when they are farming, I used to school. Then now they are not farming, I cannot go back to school again. I just left my study behind. It's in this camp, some people came, we learned to bake cake, soap, as you know, to making of hair.
So what would you like to become when things become normal again?
Before, my dream was accounting.
You are good in maths.
Access to education is a fragile promise. Most children do not make it past junior secondary school. Their futures tied to the fragile reality of life in the camp.
Actually, there is a saying that there is no place like home. We may like to go to our places. And secondly, the little time we are here, we are pleading with government that should assist us. We have a lot of children out of school. These children are out of school for many years. Yeah. So the particular time we are here, we are pleading with government.
That's a big dimension to this problem.
Yes, government, yes.
Out of school children.
Out of school children. We should come and at least assist us with the learning materials, classrooms, and the rest of them.
There are no classrooms here. Yeah, we have schools here. Yeah?
We have schools, but we don't have structures. We hang around with children. We sit on mat and
so they receive instruction.
Yeah, yes, ABC like that. But we don't have school structures.
No buildings.
No buildings.
Okay.
So we are pleading that government should come, at least for now, should come and help us with structures so that these children can be able to go back to their schools, because they're out of school for many years.
While psychosocial support programs bring relief and normalcy, the camp spirit shines brightest on the football field.
And we also have a female team that trains it, and also a volleyball team.
Football here, for both male and female, is not just a game. It is a display of unremitting desire for a better tomorrow.
I have actually played almost all the teams surrounding this camp. And to God be the glory, we have won them all. So we host them, they come to the camp, we beat them, they go back, they come for return, they go for return, and we still win them in the houses. So the psychosocial support has really helped the IDPs. instead of the youth involving in negative vices,
Yes.
they are now engaging in
sport, yes.
sporting activities. And we also pray that all things being equal, they should also be included in any scouting program that involves maybe selecting players for the
Yes,
state team
yes.
and even for in the international.
And since you even said that there are female football players here, perhaps there are some talents that we might even discover if we focus on this area. So it's a good team.
One thing is constant here, the desire to go back home and live a meaningful life.
The problem that I want the government to solve, I want them to help us with security and let them take us to our village. No place like home.
Yes. So you want improvement in security?
Yes, and no place like home. We are used with farm work. Because a farmer is not a beggar. We are a beggar now. I can say that.
I want to go back to my place because they used to give food here, but the food is not enough because sometimes if you come, they don't to your sisters, your siblings. Maybe if you go back to our place, you can go back to school again and learn more knowledge like you people. And I prefer my home than here.
Priority in our mind is to go back home. At the little time we have here, if we are to have at least some time here, we need like a standard hospital here and a school also for children. We need good water also, and also for the government to be remembering us during employment. We have graduates in this camp who have secondary levels, diploma holders and NC holders are still in this camp. So if government can at least give 1% of his jobs, at least at a point, I think it will help us very much. Some of the people here in the camp, if they are not learned, the one that is learned and is being employed can feed his mother, then I feed from the mother. And it's like helping one to help others. So if that will be given to the camp, it will still be of a very great help to us.
The question lingers, how long before these displaced persons can return home? How long until home is more than a memory? Until answers come, these camps remain a testament to survival and enduring human spirit.
In a world where news never sleeps, we're taking a giant leap into the future. We at TVC Communications are proud to introduce a new era in news broadcasting. But first, let me introduce my special friend, Olamide AI. Hi, Olamide Human. Is it time to come out yet? Yes, indeed it is. And you can bring your friends along. Meet our new AI anchors, speaking your language and sharing your stories. From English, good day. These are the news headlines, to Pidgin.
Better country people, on a good evening.
Yoruba, Ekaro, Ekodede Asikoyi, Shedadalabayi, Igbo,
Ndewo, Auto Innovation, Ahambu Obada Samson Ejiro,
and Hausa.
Mutane na sanar da zuwa, sunana Rakiya Abdulkarim kuma kana kallon TVC News.
We are bringing the news closer to you, faster, smarter, and always reliable. And together, we are shaping the future of news for every Nigerian, everywhere. Innovation, connection, and trust. The future of news is here.
TVC News, first with breaking news. And now first in Nigeria with AI news anchors.
I write to request the kind approval of the National Assembly.
Behind every decision, every vote,
The ayes have it.
and every heated debate lies the heartbeat of democracy.
This matter is very, very important
I therefore rule you out of order.
Welcome to the place where it all unfolds. Every week, I take you inside the inner workings of the assembly, where laws are shaped, decisions are made, and the future of the nation is decided.
The eyes have it.
Join me, Tijesu Adeoye, and other seasoned experts, analysts, and lawmakers at the National Assembly
as they uncover the real stories behind the headlines and offer unfiltered insight on the most pressing issues of the day.
This is your front row seat to the heart of power.
Watch the Hallowed Chambers every Saturday at 9 p.m. only on TVC News.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it, you'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Nigeria is perched on a treasure trove of solid minerals. Gold, coal, tantalum, tin, but none is more critical to our future or the world's future like lithium. Let's talk about illegal mining operations. What is our strategy?
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Mankind has lived with art since creation, and we've been bringing into existence and enjoying art. Now, art gives us the innovative way to view the world. It motivates and strengthens our emotion. Welcome to another time out on the Art Express. Today on Gallery, My Dream is proud to present an exhibition by Wallace Ejo titled Dipped in Chocolate, which beyond its aesthetic appeal aims to encourage our youth, particularly our young women, to celebrate their identity and the beauty of dark skin, embracing its symbolism. Let's go there.
Today's exhibition is titled Dipped in Chocolate. That's the title, Dipped in Chocolate. My works mostly celebrate the African woman, the black woman, and that's why also the title of this exhibition is Dipped in Chocolate. It's to celebrate the beauty of the African woman, dark complexion. It's also to encourage the African woman to stay true to their natural complexion. That is, if you are dark in complexion, you stay dark. If you are light in complexion, you stay light.
The artist, Wallace Edgell, has a tradition of celebrating African beauty. And you see the various works that are on display today. It's the African beauty in various settings, and the comfortability of the African women in various scenarios. Whether she is playing the violin, whether she's, she's the urban fashionista, that's it, the urban fashionista. The African woman, the modern African woman, is everything elegant, is everything beautiful, is everything powerful, is everything agency, takes her own space without apology. And I love that.
Wallace Edgell's Deep in Chocolate is a celebration of African women's identity and strength. His choice of the chocolate brown palette is deeply symbolic as it reflects the elegance and resilience of our dark African skin. Edgell is widely regarded as one of Nigeria's finest painters. His works often challenge negative racial constructs. He presents his subjects, usually women, with assertive gazes, demanding recognition, admiration, and respect. Through his chocolate brown palette, Edgell masterfully conveys the narrative that he has become well known for.
Well, African, we have our own natural beauty. All I'm trying to say here is about beauty. We have our own African beauty. I try to celebrate that in my works. For example, you don't find my models using European wigs. So I'm against that in my paintings. It's either they are putting on a traditional African hairstyle or traditional African, headgear, or maybe they are putting on Afro. But you can't find anything like I don't paint ladies with having European hairstyles or maybe Brazilian wigs. If there is anybody with wig, it has to be an Afro. The Afro is for us African. It's only the African woman that can that you find having an Afro hairdo.
Today's exhibition is titled Dipped in Chocolate. Dipped in Chocolate, an exhibition of paintings by Wallace Edgell. Wallace Edgell, a master artist. Yeah, so it's a privilege that my dream gallery is exhibiting his work. I've always wanted his work to be exhibited at my dream gallery. I've always wanted. Whenever I see him, I'm like, I need to have your work in my collection. And he's like, yeah, you should have my work in your collection, but can you afford me? Well, that's what God cannot do. We can afford you. And yes, we are excited that this is a dream come true for us. And the fact that this exhibition specifically is different from every other one that is done. The title is different, the color palette is different, but most of his models, they are fair in complexion, but he intentionally changed their color skin tone to that of a brown skin. So, and that's why I said he has limited color palette, limited brown color palette. And yeah, and it turned out amazingly well. If you look around, look at all the works, you can tell that the works are quite different. And his brush strokes, oh God, they're amazing. They are really amazing works. So yes, we cannot express how excited we are. We're going to express it enough, actually. This one behind me, it's a series, dress code 1 and 2. You can tell that they have this yellow ochre color scheme with gele, like Owambe kind of outfits, Iro and Buba. Yeah, so the title is dress code. So that's why I guess he has a reason for titling it that way. That's why he made it series. So this is a series of dress code. These are the only yellow paintings here. Every other works have different colors, but this is specifically made it brown, yellow, ochre, and all family of chocolate brown color. I've known Mr. Ejo for a couple of years. In fact, I am a proud student of his, and it's been such an inspiration to myself and many other artists, young artists, and So Mr. Ejo is he's a human in every sense of the word, and I'm so grateful for today's exhibition. And it is amazing that his works reflect the kind of person that he is. So calm, so intuitive. As you look around, you feel the soul in every piece, and that is the kind of person he is. And I'm so amazed that his works show the kind of person that he truly is. Mr. Ejo is amazing. He's a phenomenal human. That's the best I can say.
Welcome back, Student Gallery. Now, under the inspiring theme of Designing for Tomorrow, the Lagos Leather Festival is poised to revolutionize the African leather scene, gathering visionary leaders, master artisans, pioneering entrepreneurs, and key industry figures to map out an exciting new era for the leather craftsmanship on the continent. Now, let's take a trip down to the Bamura Event Center, where it all took place.
My name is Temitope Ogundolapo, and I'm the creative director and founder of Kibade Soa. We're a footwear brand that's made in Nigeria, and we specialize in making comfortable shoes that fit your personal style and preference. Our shoes are bold and they make you feel empowered and stylish. So being a part of the Leather Fair, I've been a part of it 4 times in a row, and it's been an amazing experience. You know, coming into a room full of creativity from across the continent, and just being here able to tell our stories, people coming, interacting with our brand. I think it's a very beautiful thing, and I'm really appreciative of this platform.
I think the Lagos Leather Fair exhibition has been fantastic. This is mind-blowing, right? Because when I came, I went into the main hall, the sessions, right? And then I was like, okay, let me check out the exhibition, and this really has blown my mind. I'm impressed by the organization. I'm impressed by the creativity of young people here. But Lagos Leather Fair is mind-blowing. It's fantastic. If you missed out this year, you absolutely should not miss out next year. This is really amazing. And I love the fact that Lagos Leather Fair is promoting young people, promoting creativity, and we need more of this. This is amazing.
The exhibition has been great so far. Tender Leather Care has a variety of products. We have the leather cleaner, we have the leather conditioner, we have the leather hydro guard, and we have a leather power cleaner for your car interiors and your leather furniture in your house. The leather cleaner cleans every stain off your shoes, bags, belts, except ink marks. The leather conditioner maintains and polishes your leather, gives it some sort of shine, and also nourishes your leather. The leather hydro guard protects your leather from water, so when water pours on your leather, it doesn't seep into your leather but flows down.
Lagos Leather Fair is a vibrant and inspiring showcase of Nigeria's rich leather craftsmanship. With its dynamic exhibitions, interactive conversations, and workshops captivating runway shows, the fair serves as a platform for fostering creativity, innovation, and economic growth within the leather industry. Since its groundbreaking launch in 2017, LLF has evolved beyond just an annual event into a powerful catalyst for innovation and international recognition of African leather brands. This year's fair takes an unprecedented leap forward, not just showcasing talent, but delivering solutions, empowering leatherpreneurs to navigate challenges and assert their rightful place on the global stage.
I call them functional works of art. They're moving art. For example, I use a lot of patchwork mix. Let me show this. Patchwork mix, it shows the layered identity of the African continent. So there are many tribes, many nations in Africa, but we're united. There's unity in diversity, and that's why I showed with this one. And then see the beaded mask, you know, is peculiar to Benin people. You know, I traveled all the way to Benin for the first time ever, just to get this done. So, and then it's a collaboration of three different kinds of artisans. We have the wood carver, the beader, and then the leather craftsman. So I love to tell African stories with my work. You know, anybody seeing it evokes the colors of our festivals, and it screams African pride, cultural pride. So I love to tell stories of Africa. So this was inspired by northern embroidery. So anybody who is familiar with the north, they know this embroidery is a signature embroidery. So, and then of course the north, so they're heavy on patchwork, you know, they're Ottoman and all, and they use a lot of leather. So this is a tribute to, you know, the northern part of Nigeria. And then buckets, every Nigerian owns a bucket, so we use it for bathing, we use it for mixing drinks, mixing all sorts of things. We use it for so many things, in the kitchen, in the bathroom. So this again is telling the story about the African experience, because I mean the bucket is synonymous to African living. Yeah.
Welcome back. Finally on the show today, Tunde Alela's solo art exhibition of drawing, painting, and mixed media titled Grit is a story of how not to give up, how falling many times and rising up again has brought him to where he is today. Now, the exhibition addresses the story of the resilience of an average Nigerian entrepreneur, and this took place at the Faith Foundation, Lagos.
My name is Africa. I'm a Pan-African artist, a cultural researcher, and as well a servant of universal concepts. Tunde, to me, who is the artist and exhibiting his work today, is a wonderful one, because a lot of us never knew him as a painter or a special artist. We thought he just only a printer. Little do we know that he could just bamboozle us through this wonderful art of work. So today, I was invited to come and grace the occasion, and I'm telling you right now, for feeling I'm enjoying what I have seen today. Now look at this work. The woman is opening his mouth, laughing joyfully, showing the essence of how one could be proud of herself, especially when you are fulfilled in the field you are known for. This woman looks like a cast out, someone that was casted out. But at the end of the day, her dream came true by working very hard and being determined. to go through her journey of life.
Today's exhibition is my solo exhibition of drawings, paintings, and mixed media. The medium that I use pen, I use watercolor, I use oil colors, I use acrylic, I use beads, I use fabric. So I'm more or less like a multimedia artist. So I use all manner of materials that I found around me. The title of this work is called Victory Parade. It's a story of women who had failed severally, and they kept their grit, they kept their resilience. So they succeeded. So they came together in a victory parade. So they are celebrating their success. So this is talking about industry too. It's a story of fishermen in Makoko who went out on their fishing expedition, caught a lot of fishes, and they're happy about their catch. So they are celebrating themselves, and they know that at the end of the day, their family has a lot to eat, they will sell, and they'll be able to live fine.
Most of the works are in series, particularly pencil drawing, such as Unspoken series, Horse series, Tenacity series, which celebrate bonds between women and their pet dogs, as well as horse-riding women. But with watercolor, Alailo depicts joyful moments of a shared joy in her voice, her victory, soft power of presence, practice through pain and others.
Faith Foundation is hosting is by an artist called Tunde Alailo. He is a member of our alumni community and also the head of our creative sector business, and it's an exhibition that has been themed grit. And the meaning behind the grit is to show the grit of entrepreneurship, the resilience, the perseverance, the doggedness, but also the beauty, the opportunities, but also surviving despite the odds. And so a lot of this artwork, both oil on canvas, the pen, the pencils, all of that, really is to represent entrepreneurial grit, growth, passion, and a lot of all the things that you can bring beauty to life even in challenging and difficult situations. The artwork says a lot about people who are working in Nigeria. So if you look at some of the artwork represent people in industry, so people along the lines of their work. Some of the artwork also represent people in situations that are celebratory. You know, some of the artwork represent people in their personal situations or circumstances, like the artwork around dogs, or the artworks where it's themed around the equestrian series. So it's a reflection of personal work, business, you know, just living life and living within Nigeria as a whole. But again, with the element of grit across all.
The artist is actually my husband, Mr. Alailo. By the grace of God, he has been able to put these works together through determination, resilience, and he is very focused. So he is not discouraged in the face of discouragement. He works day and night to make sure these works are put together. This color, according to him, is a business color. So every man and every woman that is into business have the hope that the business will flourish. So when you see yellow color, you know that yes, it's talking about harvesting. It's talking about flourishing. So that color is actually business color, someone who is flourishing and successful.
We've come to the end of yet another interesting episode of the Arts Express. But before then, let me quickly drop this little word of advice. Now, don't think about making art, okay? Just get it done. Let everyone else decide if it's good or bad, whether they love it or not, okay? Just keep making more art. Till I see you again same time next week. Bye for now.
In a world where news never sleeps, we're taking a giant leap into the future. We at TVC Communications are proud to introduce a new era in news broadcasting. But first, let me introduce my special friend, Olamide AI. Hi, Olamide Human. Is it time to come out yet? Yes, indeed it is. And you can bring your friends along. Meet our new AI anchors, speaking your language and sharing your stories. From English, good day. These are the news headlines to Pidgin.
Better country people, on a good evening.
Yoruba, Ekaro, Ekodede Asikoyi, Shedadalabayi, Igbo,
Ndewo, Auto Innovation. Ahambu Obada Samson Ejiro.
And Hausa.
Mutane na sanar da zuwa, sunana Rakia Abdulkarim kuma kana kallon TVC News.
We are bringing the news closer to you, faster, smarter, and always reliable. And together, we are shaping the future of news for every Nigerian, everywhere. Innovation, connection, and trust. The future of news is here.
TVC News, first with breaking news. And now first in Nigeria with AI news anchors.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Muhammad Ali was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky on January 17, 1942. His birth name was Cassius Marcellus Clay Jr. He began training as an amateur boxer at age 12, and at 18 he won a gold medal in the light heavyweight division at the 1960 Summer Olympics and turned professional later that year. In his early years as a professional, Clay was more highly regarded for his charm and personality than for his ring skills. He sought to raise public interest in his fights by reading childlike poetry and spouting self-descriptive phrases like float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. On February 25, 1964, at age 22, he pulled off a major upset, defeating Sonny Liston to win the World Heavyweight Championship. That same year, he shocked the boxing establishment again by denouncing his birth name as a slave name and formally took the name Muhammad Ali, which was given to him by his spiritual mentor Elijah Muhammad, leader of the Nation of Islam. For the next 3 years, Ali dominated the boxing arena. Then, on April 28, 1967, citing his religious beliefs, Ali refused induction into the U.S. Army at the height of the Vietnam War. Ali was stripped of his championship and precluded from fighting by every state athletic commission in the United States for 3.5 years. Ali's message of black pride and black resistance to white domination profession was on the cutting edge of the civil rights movement. In October 1970, Ali was allowed to return to boxing, but his skills had eroded. On March 8, 1971, he challenged Joe Frazier, who had become heavyweight champion during Ali's absence from the ring. It was a fight of historic proportions, billed as the fight of the century. Frazier won a unanimous 15-round decision. Following his loss to Frazier, Ali won 10 fights in a row, 8 of them against world-class opponents. After defeating Notting in a rematch, he fought Joe Frazier a second time and won a unanimous 12-round decision. Ali was the first fighter to win the World Heavyweight Championship on 3 separate occasions. He successfully defended his title 19 times. His place in boxing history as one of the greatest fighters ever is secure. His final record of 56 wins and 5 losses with 37 knockouts has been matched by others, but the quality of his opponents and the manner in which he dominated during his prime placed him on a plateau with boxing's immortals. Outside boxing, Ali attained success as a spoken word artist, releasing 2 studio albums, I Am the Greatest 1963 and The Adventures of Ali and His Gang vs. Mr. Tooth Decay 1976. Both albums received Grammy Award nominations. He also featured as an actor and writer, releasing 2 autobiographies. Muhammad Ali retired from boxing in 1981 and focused on his religion, philanthropy and activism. In 1984, he made public his diagnosis of Parkinson's syndrome, which some reports attributed to boxing-related injuries, though he and his specialist physicians disputed this. He remained an active public figure globally, but in his later years made fewer public appearances as his condition worsened and he was cared for by his family. Ali was chosen to light the Olympic flame at the start of the 1996 Olympic Games in Atlanta, Georgia. He died on June 3rd, 2016.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
It's 10 p.m. in Lagos, Nigeria. 10 p.m. in London. 5 p.m. in New York. And 5 a.m. in Virginia. This is TVC News at 10. Our top stories tonight. Nigerian Railway Corporation evacuates coach affected in the derailed Kaduna-bound train as NSIB continues investigation. Department of State Services asks Federal High Court Abuja to admit an evidence statement by 3 terror suspects. Outside Nigeria, 2 children killed, about 20 injured following a school shooting in Minneapolis. And in sports tonight, Manchester United recover from 2 goals down to force penalty shootout against the League 2 club side Greenwood Town. You're watching TVC News at 10 with Nifebi Oguntoye. The Nigeria Railway Corporation has kicked off recovery efforts of affected coaches after a Kaduna-bound train derailed yesterday to pave way for repairs. One of the coaches has been evacuated just as the corporation says there's the need to upgrade rail infrastructure. Joke Adisa has more.
After Tuesday's train derailment, the Nigeria Railway Corporation is at the site of the accident to evacuate affected coaches. This is sequel to the completion of on-site inspection by the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau, NSIB. The incident happened Tuesday morning, and since then, the scene has become busy with different government agencies involved in recovery and rescue. Security agents, engineers, journalists, and locals have become regular visitors to the site located in Sham, Kagarko local government area of Kaduna State, just after one of the train stations. After several hours, the team succeeded in evacuating one of the 8 affected coaches. The NSIB has started investigations, and the Nigeria Railway Corporation says it awaits the outcome.
The derailed coaches will try and pull through. The capsided ones will use crane.
Mr. Okoefa says assessing the site with necessary equipment has been a challenge, as he also talks about an imminent rail infrastructure upgrade.
Definitely we need upgrades of infrastructure. You can see this is one lane. If it had been 2 lanes, the evacuation will have been, the recovery will have been much easier. Unfortunately, it's one track. It's not unusual to be one track at the same time. So in terms of rolling stocks, I am aware government has plans to bring in more rolling stocks, because definitely some of these ones will no longer be useful.
Commandant General of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, is one of the early callers at the site of the accident. Ahmed Howdy comments the collaboration among security agencies.
We have taken assessment, and you know our role, the role of the Corps in protection of critical national infrastructure, and this is a transport infrastructure, and we will give them security and safety.
Recovery efforts continue, and it is to be followed by repairs of the rails. But for now, train services between Abuja and Kaduna have been suspended. The Nigeria Railway Corporation is not certain how many more days it will take to evacuate all affected coaches, but assures Nigerians it will double up efforts to ensure that train services resume in a matter of days. Joke Edsa, TVC News, Asha, Kaduna State.
And the Minister of Transportation, Saeed Akhali, has set up a committee to determine the cause of the train derailment on the Abuja-Kaduna rail corridor. The 11-member committee is chaired by Musa Ibrahim. Also on the team are the Managing Director of NRC, Kayode Okoefa, and relevant players. And it's to investigate the immediate and underlying causes of the accident. The committee is also to make recommendations to prevent a recurrence and identify ways to improve the safety and efficiency of rail transportation in Nigeria. Meanwhile, passengers on the Kaduna-bound train that derailed yesterday are yet to recover from the effects of the incident. Tuesday's incident comes just a week after the Nigerian Railway Corporation declared the train safe following a previous incident. Senior reporter Lupe Assam has more.
It was a terrifying Tuesday morning along the Kaduna-Abuja rail corridor, where a Kaduna-bound train derailed just after 11 a.m., leaving 618 passengers stranded and 7 injured. This is the third derailment in recent weeks, sparking outrage among commuters who say they have now lost faith in the system.
The maintenance still is part of that, and all this carelessness, we can say it. A train like this, it needs to be maintained on daily basis or time to time at least. Not for them to wait until a train has an issue for them to check. Maintenance is very good.
It's very unfortunate, and actually the only thing that we're always advising the government is to make sure they engage the good engineers that can always make sure they have done job very well in the state.
Just last week, an incident along the route prompted the Nigerian Railway Corporation to assure the public that all trains were inspected and safe. But Tuesday's incident, which saw several coaches overturned near Kubwa, has shattered that promise.
Yes, we even thank God that it's only to stop on injury, not that we lost somebody who lost his life. We still continue calling on the government to do the right thing. It's not the issue of collecting money every day without maintenance. When you are driving a car, you have to maintain it. When you are driving an aeroplane, you have to maintain the same thing with the rail line. I think they should do the right thing.
The Nigerian Railway Corporation has temporarily suspended services along the Kaduna-Abuja route and confirmed that all passengers were evacuated safely. An emergency team deployed. Train users are now calling on the federal government to address what many, including former Senator Shehu Sani, describe as negligence in the maintenance of the train corridor. As investigations begin, with the Nigerian Safety Investigation Bureau now involved,
passengers are left wondering when or if the Kaduna-Abuja rail line will be safe again. For now, many are boarding buses, but their trust in the system is derailed. Lope Asom, TVC News, Kaduna.
The Department of State Services has asked the Federal High Court in Abuja to admit in evidence statements made by 3 terror suspects accused of spying on American and Israeli interests in Nigeria for certain individuals in Iran. Haruna Abbas, Ibrahim Musa, and Adam Sulaiman were arrested in 2013 and arraigned on terrorism-related charges. Celestina Area has more.
In the course of the trial, the defendants objected to the admissibility of the extrajudicial statement they made during the investigation, claiming not to have made them voluntarily. This prompted the court to conduct a trial within trial. At the day's proceedings, lawyers for both parties adopted their final written addresses in relation to the trial within trial, following which Justice Emeka Wete adjourned ruling until the date to be communicated to parties. Prosecuting lawyer Bello Abu, while adopting his final written address, took the court through the evidences supplied by the prosecution in the trial within trial to establish that the defendants made the statement voluntarily. The DSS counsel faulted the claim by the defendants that they were compelled to make the statement. According to the charge, Mr. Abbas was said to have been arrested on March 16, 2013 at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano, on his way from Lebanon. He is accused of recruiting young Nigerians, including Musa and Suleiman, for terrorism training in Iran. He is also accused of participating in terrorist meeting and is equally accused of having rendered support to an act of terrorism by agreeing to send persons for terrorist training in Iran. Abbas is equally accused of embarking on an act of preparatory to an act of terrorism by compiling the list of American and Israeli concerns in Lagos and their locations on the map, which included the U.S. consular office in Lagos, and sent them to one Abu Ali in Iran using coded language with encryption software through his email addresses.
The matter has commenced, as you can see, earnestly due to the new leadership in DSS, which is taking steps to ensure that all matters that are ongoing, that are very slow, are expedited. And that's why we are in court during vacation to have this matter dealt with immediately.
On their part, Musa and Suleiman are charged with conspiracy to do an act of preparatory to an act of terrorism by obtaining Nigerians' international passport and Iranian visa for the purpose of traveling to Iran for terrorist training. They are equally accused of carrying out an act of preparatory to an act of terrorism by carrying out in Abuja, Kano, and Lagos surveillance on the United States of America and Israeli embassies, preparatory to a terrorist act. Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
The inaugural African Defense Chiefs Summit has ended in Abuja with a call for unity and collaboration to confront the continent's evolving security challenges. Over 3 days, defense chiefs and senior officials from across Africa deliberated on border management, artificial intelligence, maritime security, and sustainable defense financing. The summit highlighted that porous borders fuel terrorism, trafficking, and armed banditry, while also stressing the need for integrated regional security frameworks. The summit also adopted a communique and signed commitments ahead of the 2026 International Defense Exhibition in Lagos.
It was evident that sharing intelligence, conducting joint operations, and coordinating counter-radicalization efforts are essential. Counter-radicalization efforts remain non-negotiable, as terrorism anywhere on our continent is a threat to peace everywhere in Africa. Furthermore, our exploration of artificial intelligence and emerging technologies highlighted the crucial role of innovation in bolstering early warning systems, improving situational awareness, and disrupting hostile networks. In addition, our deliberations on financing African defense and leveraging public-private partnerships reveal the centrality of sustainable resourcing for defense. Africa must increasingly look inward, developing indigenous industries, fostering innovation, and strengthening defense economies to reduce dependency and build resilience.
Still ahead on TVC News at 10, President Tinubu departs Brazil for Abuja after state visit. Stay with us for more.
Attention all institutions and prospective students. The 2025 policy meeting chaired by the Honorable Minister of Education resolved that all public universities must complete 2025 admissions by 31st October 2025, while all private universities must finalize admissions by 30th November 2025. Furthermore, all other tertiary institutions, both public and private, must conclude admissions by 31st December 2025. Accordingly, all tertiary institutions are to keep within the timelines. Any universities not ready for immediate commencement of the 2025-2026 academic session should within this approved timeline conclude and archive the admission list pending the delayed matriculation. Consequently, all public universities are expected to complete all preliminaries, including post-UTME screening, and submit their recommended lists via CAPs not later than 30th September 2025 to allow for full scrutiny and timely processing. Private universities are expected to submit theirs by 31st October 2025. Announcer Jamb.
Hey, Chooks don't do this electronic business. Hey, to find supplier we sure, no be beans.
Hello? Okay, I don't confirm everything for the warehouse. Now to bring the goods come.
This super app, all the very fast to.
Chooks, they get everything for him shop on Super App. Original products, better prices, no stress.
Join millions of businesses on Super App today and be a part of Africa's digital renaissance. Visit superapp.tdafrica.com to get started. TD Africa, empowering you.
Hey, Chooks don't do this electronic business. Hey, to find supplier we sure, no be beans.
Hello?
Okay, I don't confirm everything for the warehouse. Now to bring the goods come. This super app, all the very fast to.
Chooks, they get everything for him shop on Super App. Original products, better prices, no stress.
Join millions of businesses on Super App today and be a part of Africa's digital renaissance. Visit superapp.tdafrica.com to get started. TD Africa, empowering you.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, Guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
You're watching TVC News at 10. A reminder of our top stories tonight. Nigerian Railway Corporation evacuates coach affected in the derailed Kaduna-bound train as NSIB continues investigation. Department of State Services asks Federal High Court Abuja to admit in evidence statements by 3 terror suspects. Outside Nigeria, 2 children killed, about 20 injured following a school shooting in Minneapolis. And in sports tonight, Manchester United recover from 2 goals down to force penalty shootout against a League 2 club side, Grimby Town. President Bola Tinubu has departed Brazil for Abuja from Brazil following a state visit which focused on strengthening relations between Nigeria and Brazil. The presidential jet took off from Brasilia International Airport Air Force Base at 12:57 p.m. local time. Secretary for Africa and the Middle East and Ambassador of Brazil to Nigeria were present at the airport, as well as the Nigerian delegation. President Tinubu arrived in Brasilia on Monday for the diplomatic engagement. He and President Luiz Lula da Silva witnessed the signing of 5 memoranda of understanding covering aviation, foreign affairs. Jigawa State has marked its 34th anniversary with a celebration of unity, progress, and reflection. Past and present leaders gathered in Dutse to honor the state's journey since its creation in 1991. Governor Umar Namadi commended the contributions of his predecessors and reaffirmed his administration's commitment to development. The government was also praised for the strides in agriculture, education, and healthcare. Let's bring in Commissioner for Information, Jigawa State, Sagri Ahmed, who joins me live from Dusay. Thank you for joining us on the news at 10. 34th year anniversary. What's there to celebrate for Jigawa?
Thank you, Nifemi, and good evening from the capital city of Jigawa State, Dusay. Today, Jigawa State is celebrating its 34 years anniversary since its creation under the leadership of General Ibrahim Badmasi Babangida. So in the wisdom of the governor, he led the state in a national prayer. And at the same time, the people of Jigawa State, particularly the past leaders, have gathered with all the citizens in Jigawa State to celebrate the administration. First, to reflect on the past, to appreciate the present situation, and to have a renewed hope for a sounder and stronger future of Jigawa State.
What are the
governor?
Please go ahead, Honorable Commissioner. I thought you had ended your submission.
Hello?
Go ahead, please. Go ahead, Mr. Ahmed.
Yes, I say at 34 years, Jigawa State have really demonstrated its commitment to unity in diversity. The governor had the opportunity to bring together the past leaders to see how they can have a common front in building a sounder and stronger state. And it's an opportunity to show all the administration commitment and at the same time to present His Excellency's commitment to continuing progress of the state. Unity in diversity is what the state has celebrated, and you can see that Jigawa State have moved from a humble beginning to a period where the state has shown in terms of commitment to rural transformation and also resilience by the people of Jigawa State in building a sounder and stronger Jigawa State.
What would you say are the priority now for Governor Namadi when it comes to the challenges that the state is currently faced with?
You see, in terms of priority, I think the governor was very clear. From the campaign, the governor came up with 12-point agenda, and he is pursuing these agendas with commitment, particularly in areas of agriculture, education, health, and infrastructural development.
Honorable Commissioner, are you still there?
Yes, I'm there.
Oh, awesome. I was actually making reference to precisely how you are tackling these challenges, where you are, and what you see happen in the coming years.
You see, with the commitment of the present administration, I think Jigawa State have come to a point where the state will be able to emerge stronger. Particularly, let me give you an example in terms of agriculture. Agriculture is the major engagement in Jigawa State, and the governor has set the stage for a very, very robust agricultural transformation, coming up with policies that will support the state to emerge stronger, particularly in supporting food security in the country. As I told you, when we look at the agricultural transformation in Jigawa State have come to be a very strong state where we can be able to contribute to national security in terms of food security. So the governor is doing very well in terms of bringing agriculture to a forefront in the administration to see how we can be able to contribute our quota to the national development.
Jigawa is often ranked among some of the poorest states in Nigeria with high youth unemployment, migration. Speak to us about what the government is doing to confront these challenges, especially for young people to find more opportunities.
Thank you so much for this very interesting question. And I can tell you the governor of Jigawa State, Malam Umar Namadi, came up with 12-point agenda. And one of the key in that 12-point agenda is youth empowerment and employment. That's why first appointment of the governor created an agency, Youth Empowerment and Employment Agency, where he brings together all strategies and tactics through which we can be able to eradicate youth unemployment. Let me give you an example with agriculture. When we look at agriculture, is the key engagement of Jigawa State people. So under agriculture, we come up with a project called Rice Millionaires. This is a project that gives the young Jigawa State that are looking for just to come and engage in agriculture. Government clear land and give them the opportunity to have all it takes to be able to go into farming. With that, our young people today in Jigawa State are not looking for a job. They are quite committed to agriculture because agriculture is paying them. This is a state whereby if you have a single hectare, you can be able to cultivate about 5-point-something tons of rice. So with that, if you look at what people are getting in government or in ordinary employment, you see the difference between what an average farmer can get in Jigawa State. By the time you cultivate 1 hectare of land, you can be able to at least have about 5 tons in a year. So by the time you have 2 seasons, you can be able to have about 10 tons, and each ton of rice can cost about 350,000 times 10. You see, an average Jigawa young person can be able to say yes. At least he can be able to be sufficient in terms of sustaining himself and to be able to look after himself and contribute to the development of the state. So I think Jigawa State has really come to a point to celebrate the success and achievement of the state, looking at what we have been able to contribute agriculturally. So our young people are now having variety of opportunities to be able to improve their quality of life. Various skills are being provided by the kids, by the youths, and at the same time, they have the opportunity to be able to improve the quality of their life. I think in terms of youth empowerment, Jigawa State have really gone a long way in building and bringing hope to our young people. And our young people are quite happy and satisfied with what the present administration is doing, and the future is going to be bright for an average young man in Jigawa State because the opportunity is all over. You don't need to travel to Lagos or Port Harcourt looking for what to do. Right in Jigawa State, the government have created various skill centers. So many things are going on through which our youth can be able to improve the quality of their life.
And I believe that all hands must be on deck to also cater to the issue, the challenge of climate change, flooding and desertification, and how it has affected agriculture. But that's our time. Commissioner for Information, Sagar Ahmad, thank you so much for talking to us on the news tonight.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nifemi.
We'll return with more stories after this break. Stay with us, everyone.
Power Oil Light. Light enough for movement. Real enough for taste. Power Oil. My choice for my family. They always come back for seconds. I know why. Power Oil. My choice for my family.
In the heart of Africa's largest economy, a silent transformation is unfolding. At the center of it all is Conga Group, an ecosystem of innovation, commerce, and capability.
Our goal was simple, yet ambitious: to build robust infrastructure that simply connects our customers and our merchants, offering our customers greater variety while creating wealth and new opportunities for our merchants.
Our edge isn't just tech, it's about national execution every day.
Conga Health, where science meets beauty.
We are the engine behind Conga's nationwide delivery power.
We are redefining commerce in Nigeria, connecting millions of buyers and sellers through a secure, trusted, and scalable marketplace.
Conga Corporates serves the needs of corporates, delivered at the right price, at the right time, with peace of mind.
Conga Pay, a fintech built on integrity for seamless transactions for merchants and everyone.
Conga Radio and TV, connecting brands to their target audience and markets.
With Conga, what can't you do? Conga Group, the e-commerce group you trust.
The Progressive Governors Forum, led by Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, has paid a condolence visit to the Governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, following the death of his father. The delegation expressed deep sympathy to the Ododo family, the people of Okene, and all Kogi indigents. Governor Ododo described his late father as a man who instilled in him the values of service and humility. The visiting delegation also had governors from Lagos, Ekiti, Ondo, Gombe, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Edo states, and others. The Presidential Initiative for Unlocking the Healthcare Value Chain has received a research team from University College London and Peking University. The visit is part of an ongoing study assessing the feasibility and potential impact of local manufacturing of diagnostic products in Nigeria. The study supports a leading Chinese diagnostics manufacturer in evaluating plans to establish local production capacity in the country. During the visit, National Coordinator of PVAG, Dr. Abdul Mukhtar, emphasized the significance of collaborations that merge research, industry, and government priorities.
This meeting is really, we had with partners that OneFor has brought to look at the Nigerian market to do an assessment. And they brought a very high technical team from the University College of London and Peking University to really review and meet with various stakeholders, including PVAG, but they've also met with other partners, including NAFDAC, NIPRID, the Ministry of Health, just to assess the market. And so we spent the last 1 hour really just going over some of the issues around local manufacturing in Nigeria, stressing all the different policy support and the excellent leadership and the political will that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the Honorable Coordinating Minister of Health, Professor Mohammed Ali Pati, have put in place.
I'm delighted to be here leading a team from Peking University and University College London, working in close partnership with OneFor, one of the largest diagnostic manufacturers in the world. And we're exploring opportunities around diagnostic manufacturing in Africa, thinking through the whole process to be able to advise them about the viability of a project in.
We'll return now to our lead story, where the Nigeria Railway Corporation has kicked off recovery efforts of affected coaches after a Kaduna-bound train derailed yesterday to pave way for repairs. The Minister of Transportation, Said Al-Khali, has set up a committee to determine the cause of the train derailment on the Abuja-Kaduna rail corridor. The 11-member committee is chaired by Musa Ibrahim. Also on the team are the Managing Director of NRC, Kayode Okwefa, and relevant players, and it's to investigate the immediate and underlying causes of the accident. The committee is also to make recommendations to prevent a recurrence and identify ways to improve the safety and efficiency of rail transportation in Nigeria. Nigeria's oil and gas sector needs more research and homegrown solutions to address its recurring problems of oil theft, pipeline vandalism, and declining production. This was the position of the president of Pengasin, Festus Osifo, during a visit to the College of Petroleum and Energy Studies in Kaduna State. Lupe Assam has more.
Nigeria has trained over 15,000 oil and gas professionals through the Petroleum Trust Development Fund. But rising foreign exchange costs have made overseas training less sustainable. The new College of Petroleum and Energy Studies in Kaduna is expected to provide world-class local training, reduce costs, and strengthen indigenous expertise. Pengasan President Festus Osifo, who has visited the institution, believes research and innovation tailored to Nigeria's realities are vital to tackling oil theft, pipeline vandalism, and dwindling production.
PhD. But instead of sending few people abroad, they are opening the school to attract more people. So that means that a lot more Nigerians are going to be trained.
The area of research should be areas that will clearly impact the Nigeria oil and gas industry. We could pick, how to mitigate against environmental degradation as it's happening today in the Niger Delta. Could be area of research. So when such research when the result comes up, it is easier for industry to adopt them and to implement. That is what is happening all over the world.
The Executive Secretary of the Petroleum Trust Development Fund, Ahmed Galadima, stressed that the college will serve as a hub for research and training, directly impacting national growth. He reaffirmed the agency's commitment to developing human capital and strengthening Nigeria's local content drive.
As consultants to
build capacity of Nigeria so that we can build more, build local content, save our foreign exchange. We also endow such as in local universities. And we have, so far, we have about 11 patents that have been developed towards solving industry problems.
Industry players at the event emphasized that the collaboration between academia and industry is key to resolving long-standing challenges. They believe that with proper investment in research and development, Nigeria can reduce dependence on foreign expertise and reclaim its pride of place in the global oil market. Lope Assam, TVC News, Kaduna.
The Community Peace Development Initiative, Tinubu Support Group, and other organizations say they're carrying out President Bola Tinubu's mandate of small, medium, and enterprises development in Bayelsa State. At the flag-off of the Renewed Hope Empowerment Scheme, the groups distributed 100 minibuses and other items to support SMEs in the state.
The Community Peace Development Initiative, the Tinubu Support Group, the Door-to-Door Movement and other organizations in Bayelsa State are providing support to people of the grassroots, particularly women and the youth. This is beyond organizing skills acquisition trainings on electrical installation, digital marketing and cloud computing.
This empowerment scheme is to promote Mr. President's goodwill. I will stand by you and support you in whichever way you want me to support you. Mr. President loves the people. We are ready to support Mr. President to succeed in 2027. That is to say, Mr. President has done well for the people of Bayelsa State.
The organizations say they are committed to economic self-sustenance of the people with the distribution of items for small-medium enterprise development in the 8 council areas of Bayelsa State.
This is the first time in a long time that APC and our leadership, we are gathering before an election. So our people should know that Mr. President means well. Is here to empower the base of our party and Nigerians.
The program was organized by APC support groups and also had in attendance the national chairman of the party, Professor Nentawe Yilwatda.
What you are doing is something else. The NNDC is transforming the Niger Delta in no small ways. I've seen your roads. I've seen the bridges. We've climbed them. I've seen the street lights. I've seen the water. I drank of the water. And Mr. President, appreciate what's happening in Niger Delta. The peace we're witnessing.
If you go to our communities in the Niger Delta region, you will see great changes that NDDC has brought to the Niger Delta region. Completion of project. Continue to do your very best in supporting the president.
Some people have sent us here to tell Bayelsans and Nigerians that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man of the people. This came to further complement the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to ensure that every family gets the dividend of democracy.
The Renewed Hope Empowerment Scheme is designed to enhance skills development, promote entrepreneurial initiatives, and economic sustenance among the people of the states.
The Ondo State government has extended its dredging operation to more communities as part of efforts to tackle perennial flooding across the state. Officials monitoring the exercise caution residents against indiscriminate dumping of refuse in waterways. Senior reporter Ayodeji Moradio has more.
For years, residents of Tenoro Estate, Ijakwa Extension through to Edo Lodge in Akure, the Ondo State capital, have battled persistent flooding. On several occasions, the menace displays families and damaged properties. Relief, however, has come their way as the state government has commenced dredging of major waterways in the area. Grateful residents describe the intervention as a welcome development and a major source of relief.
We are not contributing any shishi. Even ordinary food, we are not giving to people that is helping us to do the dredging. On the normal ground, you're supposed to show a sign of appreciation, probably giving them, they tell us they don't want to take anything from us.
Chin is here today and it's working. So we want to thank you people, thank the government. At least this thing, after doing this waterway, it will help us and alleviate the problem we are facing as regards the flooding in this particular area.
This is dredging, so we love it because every time waters have been disturbing us. So even though some of our landlords have sold their house, almost 10 years, but as from 3 years to this time is more than before. In our community now, we just be only 3 buildings.
Government officials were on ground to supervise the dredging exercise. Leading the team, the technical assistant to the governor on erosion control, Elisha Ebijimi, cautioned against dumping of refuse in water channels.
If you are moving around Akure overnight, you will see that illegal dumping everywhere. So all those things are causing flood. So that's the reason why you see us here today. The wideness of the channel before is just 2 meters, and we are giving the channel now 15 feet. This particular spot now, we are going to give the channel 25 meters.
Ondo State government says it is stepping up efforts to tackle flooding in many areas in the state and warned residents to stop indiscriminate dumping of refuse in the waterways. Ayode Jumaradeyo, TVC News, Akure.
Up next is business news with Toluloko Gujabi.
Many thanks, Nifemi. The federal government and the government of the People's Republic of China have signed an exchange of notes agreement for a $1 million humanitarian assistance package aimed at supporting food relief efforts in northern Nigeria. Speaking at the ceremony in Abuja, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning described the donation as a demonstration of friendship and solidarity between both countries. Helena Samede Kings reports.
Nigeria has in recent years experienced devastating floods, particularly in northern regions where thousands of households have been displaced, farmlands destroyed and infrastructure severely damaged. In 2022 alone, flooding across the country affected more than 4 million people, leaving lasting impacts on food security and livelihoods. China and Nigeria share a history of close bilateral relations with cooperation spanning infrastructure development, energy, agriculture, technology transfer, and education. Today, it is supporting Nigerian disaster response efforts.
We are very confident that under the strong leadership of the federal government and under the coordinated efforts of all the people, Nigeria will overcome this difficulty and will rebuild their homes in the near future. And I want to make sure that China and Nigeria, our bilateral relations always based on mutual respect, and we treat each other with equality. So we will stand shoulder in shoulder to fight against these difficult times.
Besides that, the Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, in collaboration with the relevant ministries, department will oversee the effective implementation of this project. Of Nigeria fully endorses the joint monitoring and evaluation mechanism agreed with the Embassy of China. This will ensure transparency and accountability, promote learning, and strengthen our humanitarian and development cooperation.
The signing of the exchange of notes signifies a structured partnership between both governments, ensuring that the aid is distributed transparently and reaches vulnerable communities, mostly in need. Helen Osamede-Akins, TVC News, Abuja.
Meanwhile, the Nigerian Customs Service says it is stepping up enforcement drive to reduce the proliferation of unregistered and counterfeit pharmaceutical products across the country. In Lagos, the Federal Operations Unit Zone A played host to directors of enforcement and port inspection. The directorate at the National Food Agency for Food, Drugs and Administration Control, NAFDAC, who visited the command to seek renewed synergy and deeper collaboration. TVC News senior business correspondent Ifuna Eze reports.
During the visit, officials of NAFDAC underscored the need for closer partnership with customs in order to block the entry of unwholesome drugs into the country, while also stressing his determination to clamp down on hawkers of medicines in open markets and unauthorized outlets. Both agencies maintain that their renewed alliance will not only protect the nation's borders, but also safeguard the lives of millions of Nigerians by ensuring only genuine and safe drugs circulate in the market.
This issue of declaration, I am having cola that is supposed to be this kind of medicament or consumable that had NAFDAC number, but now change that cola to another thing in my declaration. Why the cola is the one that had been registered, fully registered. So I think this is a battle that we'll still continue going to be doing together with the NAFDAC.
And that is how many of such consignments that they will call it spare parts. There was one at Onne the last time when we went. It was also declared as spare parts, but the product carrying NAFDAC registration number, we discovered that that product was owned by another company. That the product originally is supposed to come from India, but this one was brought from China.
It will continue to inflict pain and injury and on your wares every time, and you are punished. By the time we do it 4 times, we'll take you out of business, and you have to look for something else to do. So it's a new dawn, and we are pushing that on the front burner right now. You will soon begin to see us in buses arresting people, because medicine is not. There are designated places where medicine are supposed to be sold.
In a show of strengthened cooperation, the Federal Operations Unit officially handed over containers of expired and counterfeit medicaments valued at over 3.8 billion naira to NAFDAC for regulatory action.
Both agencies believe that the renewed synergy will help intercept counterfeit and expired drugs at entry points, while tightening surveillance in markets where hawkers trade unregulated medicines. Ifunanya Eze, TVC News, Lagos.
After 3 straight trading sessions, the stock market dropped prices in many sectors, just as sales pressure showed negative effects. The market index was down by 0.36% at the close of business, stressing the losses on investments. Cornerstone Insurance was the most hit by price decline of 10%, followed by RT Briscoe, ABC Transport, NGX Group, and Mutual Assurance. Top price gainers listed in the market included Deep Capital, Legend Internet, Honeywell Flour, and Tantalizers, and as well UBA. Asian stocks mended today ahead of earnings. Reports from AI leader Nvidia that will shape near-term risk sentiment, while the US dollar wobbled as investors remained nervous about attacks on Federal Reserve's autonomy. European features indicated a high open, but investors take a dim view of political drama in France after Prime Minister François Bayrou's unpopular debt reduction plan backfired. But MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside Japan was little changed. Chinese stocks remained on charge, with blue chip stocks index hitting 3 years high, buoyed by tech sector. Nasdaq Composite rose 0.44%. German DAX index declined by 0.5%. FTSE features showed the modest drop of 0.6%. Japan's Nikkei gained 0.25%. Hong Kong Hang Seng dropped 1.18%. Meanwhile, crude oil prices steadied today after falling in the previous session. The market watched for fresh developments in the Ukraine war, and investors weighed new U.S. tariffs on India, the world's 3rd biggest crude consumer. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude fell to $63.13, with a downward price margin of 0.19%. Brent sells for $67.12, with a downward margin of 0.15%. For Bonny Light, sells for $78.62, with a decline of 2.84%. For the OPEC basket, dealers offer $70.45. Well, that's business news at 10. Next is sports news. Samson Oloide standing by.
Manchester United suffered an embarrassing League Cup exit to 4th-tier Grimsby Town, losing 12-11 kicks in a marathon penalty shootout after a 2-2 draw on Wednesday. League 2 side Grimsby led by 2-0 with just 15 minutes left to play, thanks to goals from Charles Venom and Tyrell Warren. It had appeared United had rescued themselves in the nick of time after substitute Brian Mbeumo pulled one back before Harry Maguire equalized in the final minute. Mbeumo missed the decisive spot kick to power more pressure on under-fire United boss Ruben Amorim.
Sammen med Gardner. Giallo skal længere væk. Burnham. Kort variant. Burnham. Onana kommer ud og ser.
And still in talking about football, Jose Mourinho's hopes of leading Fenerbahce into the revamped UEFA Champions League ended on Wednesday when the Turkish team were knocked out in the qualifying playoffs by Benfica. The Portuguese giants took the lead on the night in the first half. Still talking football, Argentina captain Lionel Messi is set to return to action for his club side Inter Miami against Florida rivals Orlando City in the League Cup semi-final on Wednesday night. Orlando defeated Miami by 4-1 in an MLS outing last time out, but Lionel Messi was missing for that game due to a hamstring injury. It has been a tough schedule for Miami, who have also had to contend with the Club World Cup on top of MLS domestic play, the CONCACAF Champions League and the Leagues Cup. But with the trophy on the line and needing just 2 more wins to lift the said silverware, Lionel Messi will lead Miami's charge for the Continental Trophy. In the sport of tennis, Novak Djokovic battled past American qualifier Zachary Sardar in 4 sets on Wednesday to reach the U.S. Open third round for a record equaling 19th time. Away from that now, Jonas Vingegaard reclaimed the overall lead of the Volta da Espana on the 5th stage team time trial on Wednesday, while Team UAE riders Juan Ayuso and Juan Amelda climbed to 2nd and 3rd in the standings. Team UAE won the 24.1-kilometer stage around Figures in 25 minutes and 26 seconds, with Vingegaard's Visma just 8 seconds off the pace and Giulio Ciccione's lead a further second slower in 3rd on the day. The result leaves 2-time Tour de France winner Vingegaard top of the overall standings, while Team UAE have Ayuso, Amelda and Marc Soler all 8 seconds behind, with Italian climber Ciccone rounding out the top 5. Amelda said the result was a confidence boost for his team. And finally, a call has gone to the federal government and concerned individuals to direct more attention to the sport of cycling in Nigeria, just like every other sport, in order to develop its potential, encourage participation among youths, and position the country for both recreational and competitive benefits. Cycling enthusiasts made a call at a cycling awareness event in Ogbomoso, Oyo State. We have more details in this report, and I'll be sports wrap at this time.
Cycling in Nigeria has continued to receive limited attention compared to other popular sports, despite its numerous benefits, from promoting healthy living and reducing carbon emissions to creating opportunities for tourism and professional competition. For this reason, this cycling awareness campaign was organized to promote an upcoming event in Oyo State in December, where about 100 cyclists will be hosted to ride from Isheyin to Ogbomoso. The cyclists, before the commencement of their journey, visited the Asheyin of Isheyin, where the monarch commended the initiative as a means of promoting youth and sports development.
History and Nigeria is in my local government. Oshogo is in my local government. And so many other things that we can connect together to promote our story, to tell the world who we are, through the Cyclists Association of Nigeria.
The cyclists then rode through the 76-kilometer Isheyin-Fapote road, navigating several terrains before arriving at the palace of the Shoun of Ogbomoso, who warmly received them and pledged his firm support for the initiative.
I believe that this program we are having in December will bring a lot of attention to our town. And this town will always support the bicycle riders and the cyclists.
First of all, we're trying to bring awareness to the inner cities. Second of all, we want to bring awareness to cycling as a sport in Nigeria as a whole. And the best place to do it, where we have the big cities, the sport is already okay in there, but these big cities are good for other things. But I feel like in the inner cities, there are a lot of hidden gems that a lot of people are not aware of. And as you guys have seen on the road, it's a cyclist paradise. It's a bunch of rolling hills, very clean terrain, no articulated vehicle.
We urge every corporate entity and private individual to come in, support, partner with this event, and likewise bring more events into the community.
Organizers of the campaign expressed optimism that the initiative would not only promote cycling as a competitive sport in Nigeria, but also encourage healthy living. Oladio Yewole, TVC News, Ogbomoso, Oyo State.
Outside Nigeria, 2 children have been killed and 17 others injured following a school shooting in the U.S. city of Minneapolis. The attack happened during morning mass at Annunciation Catholic School. Police say the gunman was armed with a rifle, shotgun and pistol and shot through the church windows. Police Chief Brian O'Hara described the attack as a deliberate act of violence against children and worshippers. Most of the injured victims are children, with 2 of them now in critical condition. A report from the Gun Violence Archive database showed that there have been 286 mass shootings in the United States this year alone. That's the news tonight. Thank you for being a part of it. We're back tomorrow with more stories. Just stay with us.
Glasses while I live for you.
In Niger, every hustle has a heart. Every rhythm tells a story of boldness, resilience, and pride. In Niger, we embrace every moment, from challenges to celebrations. Our journey is bold, unshakable, and true to who we are. From one hand to the next, our stories connect. In Niger, every moment is a celebration of who we are and who we'll become. Alamos celebrates Made in Niger bold dreams, vibrant moments, and unstoppable progress. Together, we raise a glass and say, Niger we hail.
For 18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Nigeria is perched on a treasure trove of solid minerals. Gold, coal, tantalum, tin, but none is more critical to our future, or the world's future, like lithium.
Let's talk about illegal mining operations. What is our strategy?
I don't need to start worrying about rent.
Every Nigerian deserves a place to call home, and the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria is turning that hope into reality. From groundbreaking projects, policy initiatives, to life-changing mortgage solutions, discover how FMBN is actualizing dreams one home at a time.
Good evening and welcome to the program, everyone.
Join us every Friday at 8:30 p.m. on TVC for the program Everyone Deserves a Home. Brought to you by the Federal Mortgage Bank of Nigeria, FMBN.
Is my fatherland. God bless Akwa.
We will invite all Akwa Ibomites to arise to the faith of greatness with our Rise agenda.
The sun is rising.
At TVC News, wherever the big news story is happening, we're geared up to break it. TVC News, first with breaking news.
Hello and thank you for joining us on the midweek edition of Journalist Hangout. I'm Benga Oreshegun. Today on the program, ADC says PDP's zoning move calculated to woo Obi, Jonathan and Amechi, as Abamoro says PDP regrets fielding Atiku as presidential candidate in 2023. President Tinubu lauds return of Petrobras as Nigeria, Brazil signed 5 MOUs, with Brazil approving direct flights by Air Peace from Lagos to Sao Paulo. And later on the show, ASU protests over welfare, threatens strike. Well, I'll be hanging out with Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Kayode Ladende. Journalist Hangout starts right now. Now let's begin the conversation. Secrecy only endures as long as the shield protecting it remains intact. Once that shield is gone, doors open to suspicion and scrutiny. Personnel from the Delta State Police Command recently went viral after being secretly filmed counting cash inside the patrol vehicle. In response, police have summoned and arrested the officers involved. According to the command's public relations officer, Bright Edafi, those involved, including 2 senior officers, have been issued queries, while 2 inspectors have been detained and are awaiting disciplinary action. The viral video sparked widespread speculation online, with many suspecting the cash may be linked to proceeds of extortion. All right, Biko, what does this say about the systemic corruption in the force?
One thing I say all the time is that if there is one agency, if there is one security outfit that constantly removes bad eggs from its ranks, it has to be the police. They do it more consistently than lawyers, than we journalists do. But there are bad eggs among journalists as well.
Yeah.
You need to go to some hotels here in Lagos where events take place. You see people hanging out, extorting money in the open. How are we better than the policemen now? Journalists running after vehicles.
Really embarrassing.
Yes. And we see lawyers too disgrace their profession. We see it all the time. How often do they expose? I'm not saying they don't do it. They expose
the bad eggs.
Yes, but not as frequently as the police do. And they don't disgrace them the way the police do. We journalists, we don't disgrace our colleagues who are bad eggs, who are black legs, as much as the police do. So kudos to the police for constantly, you see, people film them and the leadership of the police takes action. That is what we cannot deny. And some of the people badmouth the police, they are not as clean as the police.
Absolutely.
Yes, if some of them were holier than thou people in our country, they are not as clean as those police officers. Tempt some of them with a little money. You will see clearly that, oh, this guy, you know, they have very low integrity quotient. Many of the people, you see them on TV, they make all the noise. They are as clean as a sewage pit. So I'm happy that the police continue to do this. But it says a lot about how saturated the force is with corrupt individuals, that despite the fact that they make examples of dirty policemen, you still catch them nearly all the time you catch them. And you know that you are not supposed to do this, but you continue to do it.
What is responsible for that? Is it from the recruitment process, or?
It's a big, from the recruitment. We need to address the recruitment. President Obasanjo talked about that a long time when he said the police had a good number of armed robbers in their ranks. No doubt about it. There are never-do-wells. People who after parading the streets can't find a job ended up in the police. Some of them are worse than armed robbers. We've seen policemen kill people just because they wanted to relieve them of their money. This happened in Kogi. They killed cattle breeders. They killed them and set them ablaze. It was the then CJ of Kogi State, Justice Umaru Eri, who actually tried those policemen and sentenced them to death. They didn't know that one of those guys managed to escape into the bush. Yes. They set them ablaze. These are the kind of cases that you expect that our cowardly governors, when they give them
the death to sign the death warrant,
people set fellow Nigerians ablaze
because of
after stealing their money, so that there will be no trace. Yet a governor will be reluctant to sign. You are cowardly, but you can give people, you can give thugs money to go and take a life. I mean, so this is the thing. Let all of us, whether we are lawyers or policemen or journalists or this, let us cleanse our respective professional bodies.
Absolutely.
We are happy if people talk about the police, we make fun of them, we talk about our own people, the bad eggs amongst us, who will threaten people that if they don't give them money, they will write negative stories about them. How about editors who will threaten people that if they, even their own reporters, if they don't bring money, that their stories will not go on air? That do those ones deserve to remain in the profession?
I mean,
because we cannot claim not to know that these things happen.
Absolutely.
So if you are a gatekeeper, you are an editor, and in your life you ever ask a reporter to bring money before you can run a story, you are good for nothing. You are good for nothing. You don't deserve to remain in the profession. If you are a gatekeeper, you have made a career out of extorting money from the people who work under you. You are a good for nothing journalist. Such people don't deserve to remain in our profession. They are the reason we have some of the issues that we have. They are the reason why people are not committed to the profession anymore. They are all just after money. Whereas if you do this job diligently, that money will come. There are various ways by which money can get to you.
Absolutely.
Without extorting money from people, without threatening politicians, without threatening your reporters who are under you. So let's just, we're talking about the police.
Yes. I know,
but the rest of us, we should look at, as we are pointing fingers at people.
The rest is also pointing at you.
So we as journalists, there are some journalists today in Nigeria, they don't even have a name. They are ethical disasters in our profession. We know them.
Yeah, but Biko, I said, the reforms. What kind of reforms will stop police officers, from extorting cash?
Before we talk about reforms, I think we should build on what Biko has started, and it's just a wake-up call. NBA is currently having its own conference, and I also remember their president saying that they should uphold the integrity of the profession. And this is also a wake-up call to everyone.
Absolutely.
I remember what Muiwa will always say, that's his first spokesperson. He will always say that this is also, they are also product of the society. Okay. In other words, as much as they are not making an excuse, but it's just telling us that these are people that the society has produced. And so what do? It's our job to sanitize the system, to do serious cleansing, inner cleansing. A kind of, maybe we should have the real ombudsman. We should begin to uphold the tenets of every profession.
Absolutely.
So, having said that, I want to say that one thing is working for us. irrespective of the negativity of social media, it's telling us that there is hardly anything that is hidden now.
Sure.
Anything can be done secretly, anything can be recorded, and all those things is a wake-up call that we need to up our standard.
Yes.
We need to do everything well. So kudos to this current
the
IG,
okay, the IG.
This present, and we are very concerned about maintaining this institutional cleansing, because we still see some of these policemen doing it with all kinds of audacity on the street, collecting, extorting money. But however, it's a product of the society, and every one of us is involved in the cleansing.
Exactly. All right, let's move straight to our next conversation. In politics, political parties are constantly involved in maneuvers and strategies to outwit others. As such, the National Publicity Secretary of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Balaji Abdullahi, has dismissed the zoning decision of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, for the 2027 presidential election, calling it a political tactic designed to attract prominent figures like Peter Obi, Goodluck Jonathan and Rotimi Amechi into the party's fold. Abdullahi criticized the PDP's early decision to zone its 2027 presidential ticket to the south, saying it showed insensitivity to the struggles of ordinary Nigerians, particularly given that the election is still 2 years away. Meanwhile, the Senate Minority Leader, Abba Moro, describes the decision of the PDP to field Atiku Abubakar, a northerner, as its 2023 presidential candidate as a costly mistake. Senator Moro noted that the party is determined not to repeat that error, which has influenced the new zoning arrangement. Okay, BQ, the ADC says that the PDP zoning to the south is to woo political heavyweights like DJ, Peter Obi Amechi. How valid will you describe this assertion by the ADC?
What is wrong in wooing politicians? Did some people not woo Bolaji Abdullahi into the ADC? You see the founder of ADC, did he not find himself there? Is he going to say some people didn't talk to him? Oh, let us come into this body. Can he swear that nobody spoke with him that, oh, this is the best place for you, come into the ADC field?
Or he worked there on his own?
He just, on his own, he just went there. What political gravitas does he have to simply say that, okay, was he a foundation member of ADC?
Valid question.
Was he?
The clear answer.
So he's moved from PDP, from APC to PDP now. Within a few years, he's been to 3 parties. Does he have the moral standing to question some people trying to woo those who used to be in their party? What is wrong in that? Is it not politics? It's politics. It's politics. And it's not even a new to what he's saying is not new. The people who are wooing, they came out on their own to say we are trying to bring them back. Professor Jerry Ghana granted an interview in which he said it.
He wants Peter.
So if they think that Peter Obi is someone who is strong, who can make them to win the election, what is wrong in wooing him? Did Labour Party not woo him before he became, he was Obi in Labour Party before? People will woo you. Obasanjo wooed Margaret Akadawa Mako to come into the PDP. He was in the APP. Obasanjo knew that Mutari Shagari could not deliver Sokoto State to